Showtime!
Ladies and gentlemen, stand to your feet and make noise for Gresh Unleashed!
Let's go! Cool kids step to the front. Cool kids. Too sweet sign for the click.
Bitch, you at work there.
Feel like I need a shower just looking
Gotta
at
get
you.
ready.
What the fuck does that mean?
Next on the prince. They ain't been the same ever since. Living pretty
We
well
cut
on
the
the
head
cherry.
off a
I
snake.
ain't
You're
giving
gonna
no
be single
chance
for the rest of your life.
Brock Lesnar on the beast.
Look at the heat.
Sleep flex and
Look at the
repeat.
heat.
Whole new swag with a pass on the tag. Coming live from the west to the east. Better recognize on the mouthpiece. See the power level got
I get no bitches.
Bring it down to on the daily. Feeling like Gresh Unleashed.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, and everybody in between. Welcome to the Gresh Unleashed podcast, a special bonus edition of the Gresh Unleashed podcast. This is your official WWE Survivor Series WarGames 2022 post-show / review with yours truly, the voice that does the most, Gresh. And joining me, as always, is Suela the Bandit whenever she decides to grace us with her presence. But in the meantime, joining me, as always, is one of the, I guess you could say, the Rise's best tag team in the podcasting game today. One of my closest friends, my homeboy, my bloodline, if you will, the non-blood, but the blood. We practically all we gotta do is just bleed blood. He is the one and only. He is representing OTS Media as well as Life's a Botch podcast. He is none other than Hi-Lite. Real, what's good with your brother?
What's up, people? What's going on, man? It's so great to be here tonight with my boy Gresh. How y'all feeling, man?
Kobe!
You know it. You know it. Shooting the shot. RIP. What's good? Yeah.
But how you feeling, man? How you feeling, man? The Survivor Series, it was literally one of our this is the final show of the year.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because they canceled day one. That was supposed to be in Atlanta. So
yeah, they switched that for a super show, so that won't count. That's just gonna be like a big old SmackDown Raw kind of thing. So,
but speaking of counts, joining us as always is the Queen of Rebels herself. Herself,
hey.
My bad. Suela the Bandit. What's good with your family?
Hey.
Hey, okay.
nice
I'm in the living room today, so yeah, everybody want to be knocked out sleep. I was like, you know what? I'm going to the living room.
Time to go to work.
How you feeling, family?
I feel good. The show is actually good.
The show, yeah, the show. Oh, you watched it on your way. You was watching on your way.
Yeah. I actually enjoyed myself. I'm surprised I was winning the predictions too, because I was like, what? Like, I was lost.
No, you won. No, the funny thing is you won. No, you won.
What's going on?
She won. She won the preview and predictions, man. Because the two matches that we actually both picked on, none of us won.
I saw that.
I had that too.
The one with Theory, I was like,
yeah,
dang, we didn't win this one.
Me too.
When that happened, I said, "Oh,
yeah."
Word?
Hey, shout out to our boy Rick. I had to do the same thing with our boy Rick, man. Shout out to our boy Rick. I was like, "Hey, take your predictions in, man." And boy, I tell you, we all was wrong on that one, boy.
I wasn't even expecting that. I really wasn't. I was like, man, can we not?
Bro, I slick wanted to be different. I slick wanted to try to be like, do I want to pick like Theory or Lashley? It was a hard call. It's like, are they really gonna take this off, Seth? Yep. I was like, okay, well,
no, we'll get to it when we talk about that match. But I like that finish. I gotta give him that props. That's what, the best finish in wrestling is when you're caught off guard. That's the very best, because I was like, oh, they're gonna Lashley's there to take the pin. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, bet.
It was cool though.
Yeah,
that entire event it didn't like now it's a little bit of nitpicking that I probably had mainly towards the women's war games match, and it's not nothing that'll take away from the match, but
let's talk about it.
That nitpick away, we'll talk about it. We might as well talk about it. But before we talk about it, really quick, for those of you who haven't already, make sure you check us out over on Patreon, patreon.com/GreshDigital, because all your monetary and monetization money goes directly to the podcast. And we appreciate you guys. Shout out to our Patreon backers over there. It don't matter if it's a bonus show or a regular show. We got you. We're going to give you your shout out as always, because if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be able to do what we do on a regular basis. And I appreciate every last one of y'all. And speaking of Patreon exclusive content, Patreon exclusive content is back, which includes the Watching Vibe videos. That is where we react to a classic match or whatever we decide. If it's a classic cartoon or something that we want to, it's an open forum for all me and my buddies to react to whatever, and we just throw it on, we react. And if you haven't already, episodes 1 through 4 are available now, with a new one more than likely dropping during season 2 of the Gresh Unleashed podcast, because when the holidays are coming up, it's almost Christmas and New Year's. I'm gonna be doing other shit. I'm just gonna be real. So it's not really gonna be possible for us to do it. I mean, we'll try. If we both say, hey, you want to record? Cool. But if not, we got you in the new year. December, more than likely, you probably won't get something. But we appreciate you guys. Episodes 1 through 4 is available now over on Patreon, patreon.com/GreshDigital. It is just $1 to join, and is available for all tiers. And if you want to join the club, you can do so today. Let us talk about Survivor Series War Games. I can't do it like William Regal. I wish I had the sound bite. I don't have the sound bite. I was mad that I didn't download it. I was literally out all day today, so I really couldn't get around to doing it. But y'all know the drift. War Games. It was literally that we had 2 War Games: the women's War Games match as well as the main event. And we might as well let's talk about it. Might as well just go ahead and not keep you guys waiting. We don't have really any pictures of the live. For those of you who are listening on the YouTube side, we don't have that many pictures because the show just ended. But we're gonna be talking about the women's War Games match. It was Team Bianca. That's an outdated graphic. That's my bad. It is Team Bianca Belair, which was Bianca Belair, Asuka, Alexa Bliss, Mia Yim, and Becky Lynch versus Damage Controls, as well as Rhea Ripley, Nikki Cross. What was a 5-on-5? Yeah, 5-on-5 match. The only way to win the match is by pinfall submission once all 10 competitors are in the ring. There was a 5-minute interval after the first entrances, and then it was 3 minutes after that. What did you guys think about this match? I'm going to play any, meeny, miny, mo. Let's just go ahead with Swallow the Bandit. How did you think about this match?
So I actually, honestly, I think this is probably maybe like the first time I actually paid attention to War Games.
After all these War Games.
Yeah. Because I think during those times I was either working or I was going to school at the time. So that's probably why. But like the thing is, like when I especially like when they went through all the rules and all the stuff like that, I was like, okay, so basically y'all just tiring yourselves out till we get another person in the ring. And then it's like when everybody in the ring now, everybody can fight.
On one part, I get that, but on another part, I'm like, bro, why are you doing this? Why are you tiring yourself out?
Facts, though.
And then like another thing too, like they did bring Becky Lynch back, and I was like, okay, that's cool. But I was hoping for somebody else. I was for real. Like I was like, who we gonna get? Like I'm ready to be like out my seat. Like I was ready to like scream like like one of them, but like
you think somebody was gonna like turn or
that too. I was hoping somebody. I was hoping somebody was gonna turn on somebody else. Did that take you
out of the match, or was it more so like, this is still a good match, but
yeah. I was like, yeah, I didn't really like back out of it, but it was still good. However, I like the chemistry between Io and Asuka. Like I like that too, especially like since they've been tight since back in the day. So it's like I was like, yeah, bring back a whole lot of memories, don't it? Like a whole lot of flashbacks.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I never watched Stardom in my life, so I wouldn't know. But from what I'm hearing on social media, it's been a long time coming. And from what I'm seeing, I'm like, yo, this is. I can watch them go back and forth all week. I don't care.
Yeah, I actually liked it. I did enjoy this match though, for real. Honestly, I did. I was like, yes, finally, like give us something to work with.
Oh yeah, and Hi-Lite. Let's take it to you. What did you think about this match?
It was very reminiscent and very gentleman-like of Hunter Hearst Helmsley for putting the ladies first as usual. But of course, it's expected. Roman's not going to go first.
Of course not.
Man,
I mean, he does because he did
if he wants to.
If he wants to,
it
right?
Depends on I think it more so. It depends on the story. Like there was, and with all due respect to the women, there was more story in the Bloodline WarGames than it was this one.
I agree. So it was fitting to put theirs first and kick it off of the two. So it was pretty cool. I mean, I had to refresh my memory. Suela, like the funny thing about it is I remember watching those. But shout out to WWE when they always do the fact that they'll stream all the history of like WarGames matches where you can just catch up on them and maybe see things you probably didn't notice the first time around watching them fresh.
They couldn't do that. They couldn't do that though.
Right.
95% of the people in the other WarGames they had are in a whole nother company.
Right.
You're right about that. So that's very tricky.
I literally did that. I caught up like all this morning, like from all the old WarGames all the way up to right now, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, it's. I mean, WarGames has always been epic. Hence why it's WarGames. You never not like it. But as expected, I noticed the women's matches always more than anything seem to do the high aerial offenses right off top of the cages. Stuff like that.
And I think that's more so because they have this bigger chip on their shoulder than the men. Because let's be real, when you look at the comparisons or the crowd reactions, you saw that they had to do more to get the crowd into it, as opposed to the men just standing there doing nothing and they got chance all night. And that's not really the fault of the women. That's more so the fault of the booking.
Yep.
I agree.
Hopefully, as time goes on, Triple H can, I guess you could say, repair that to where they don't have to, because there were a few times where we got dual chance like Becky and Bianca when they feuded. But it's like outside of that, you really didn't get too many of that. They had to, and I noticed that during the actual match that between every entrant, they had to go get a table or a weapon because the crowd was barely reacting. So it's like as soon as they got a weapon, that's when they got a pop like, we got tables. So hopefully as time goes on, that's probably, and that leads into one of my nitpicks is like, damn, I wish like they gave them time, because I feel like both bills of the WarGames matches could have had at least another week, but Crown Jewel happened.
They seemed relatively quick, or at least the men's one to me seemed kind of quick. Like I feel like it flew by more than I realized. Like I was just like, wow.
And that leads to the emotional investment of the stories, and that's why I feel like if you want us to care more about the WarGames, the men's and women's WarGames, you need to give them more substance to work with. They didn't really give them that much substance. It was like you pretty much put this match where we're pretty much sort of tapped out a little bit on damage control, because Bayley is literally 0-4 against Bianca right now. Literally after this match, she's not won against Bianca on the pay-per-view,
which is crazy, dude.
So it's like we're seeing this. Like this will probably get that report. Like, I thought you always want long-term storytelling. Yes, I do want long-term storytelling.
However,
if there is some substance there, like there's a big butt, and the butt is yes. Give me the substance. Create a story that has layers. Don't give us a story that's been done to death or that's been being around to the point where it's like, okay, because I believe after the latter match, I was starting to lean towards okay, let's move on. And I like both Bayley and Bianca. I was like, okay, let's move on, because she's obviously not beating the John Cena.
Bayley's starting to grow on me, so
I'm glad you said
that. I'm starting to like her a little bit. She's starting to grow on me, for real.
Who's going on you, Bayley?
Yeah.
Oh wow,
she's starting to grow on me.
Man, that's a late blossom for real on that one, man. I was like, wow. But I
Cause
get it.
I ain't gonna lie, cause I did like her even when she was with Sasha back in the game. Man, then like they had a little feud and all that other stuff too. That was cool. But it's like it felt different because I was like, yeah, y'all best friends. Who don't fight? Like,
well, shout out to Bailey though, because she was in her Disney Channel Menace era right there on Tonight Show. She was rocking. She looked like somebody's evil menacing auntie. Just had enough. When she bought that, I'm like, you look like you ready to, like, if they decide to recreate or reboot anything dealing with Once Upon a Time, that TV show on ABC, she should be the evil queen.
Oh my gosh.
She should be the evil queen. I don't know why. I'm like,
dang,
Pam, the evil queen.
That show, I ain't gonna lie, that show is actually kind of good.
That's why I brought it up. But yeah,
I'm gonna need my mom to finish it though, because she kind of punked out a little bit. She in the last season. She just like doing too much. I'm like, mom, but this.
They lost the plot in the last
season. Just get it over with.
We don't acknowledge the later seasons.
I don't either. I just be trying to get it off my brain.
just Game of Thrones.
Let's just knock it out. Like,
man, dude.
It's like in Game of Thrones, we don't acknowledge the latter seasons now. Come on.
Speaking of Game of Thrones,
stop.
I'm ready.
Stop.
I am ready. I'm ready for season 2 now. For
Man,
Dragon.
I'll be 30 when season 2 drops. And I'm 28.
Right.
Oh, shoot, bro.
But what else did you like about this war game? Highlight.
Truth be told, the story, if you want to call it storytelling per se, or maybe you could just be like flashbacking of the certain women like Asuka and Io, of course, with their history. The way you had that face off with Becky and Bailey a little bit from far away. The looks, it was more like those looks of just like, yeah, you here we go again, and you remember how far back we go. So you really ready to go to war right now? Let's go. Right. And even of course, saw that.
Get up, bitch.
Yeah, like get on up. So it was stuff like that I appreciated. I'm just like, okay, I see what's going on here, and to some degree, even with the finish, man, I think the finish was pretty smooth for what it was. I mean,
they caught me off guard because I was like,
that finish was solid.
I thought it was a senton. They said, no, it's a leg drop. I said, oh.
she should have channeled her inner Matt Hardy and just like, oh,
yeah,
maybe then we'd have known, okay, it's a leg drop or something. I don't know, but
and I looked at it again. I was like, oh, it was a leg drop. It's like her body, her back hit either Dakota or Io, one of the two who was on the table, and it turned into a senton.
Maybe she was indecisive on which one of those she really wanted.
So she said, "Fuck it, both."
It's like, it's a possibility if I calculate it this way and do it as a leg drop, I might miss one of you ladies and then just potch. Or if I just angle it right, just a little bit like a senton, make it look like that.
I got you where I want you.
Let's go with that one.
She's like, perfectly the way I planned.
Stick to the landing.
I'm the man with the plan, baby. There we go. There he is.
That was interesting. Like I think they were still like, is she back as the man? Because I know Cole kept calling her big time.
Right.
I think didn't her graphic say the man though?
Her graphic said the man. Her ring announcement said the man, but Cole kept saying big time.
Big time, yeah.
Where are we going with this?
I guess they're trying to. I mean, the way that outfit was looking, that was very big time Beckish. So I guess they're merging this. I don't know. It's tough to call. Would you have been cool if Alexa Bliss turned heel? Because I believe some people were voting for her turning heel. Yeah, a lot of people were. I don't think it's the right time for that just yet.
Like, what would they do with because I know some people was like, oh, it might be a Bray Wyatt thing because of his logo flashing that crown jewel. So they was like, oh, it might.
I would be cool with it. I won't be against it. I just want them to build to that. That's all I'm saying. Like, don't push it. Well, yeah, that's cool. You can tease all you want, but still, like, just build up to that point. Like, don't
just throw it in there.
Don't force it. Yeah, because everybody's really like, what?
They literally got all of December to do it. If they want to go half-ass and go the Christmas route where they just go on autopilot until the Royal Rumble. They can, but
I thought about that too. I said, well, I ain't gonna see Pastor Wyatt tonight because yeah, his service on Friday.
How do y'all feel about that idea out there being thrown about Wyatt's character so far as being like a split personality, schizophrenic kind of?
It's basically what the Fiend should have been from the jump. He's basically redoing what Vince fucked up on.
Yeah, if you think about it, that makes sense.
Because to me, I feel like the Fiend should have been a dormant entity. The Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt should have been another dormant entity, and then you have what we have now as the battling forces. Like, do I want to be friendly? Do I want to be evil? Do I want to be friendly? Do I want to be evil? And then boom. He just and it takes one certain person to cause him to snap into the evil.
Yeah, like how you like. I guess what's that dude? I see. I don't even know who he is because with the mask and all of that stuff on, I was like, okay, I don't know
Uncle
who
Howdy?
this is. Yeah,
yeah. He's
like, man, who is this?
That's likely Bray too. I wouldn't be surprised
if it ain't Bray. It's Bo.
Like I'm like, can you just go ahead and reveal yourself?
He just looks like Bray though. Like
Bo looks like Bray too. They both look alike. They twins.
I'm like, come on.
But I'm seeing bro. Yeah, I mean, hey.
No, don't get me wrong. It could be Bray talking, but as a stand-in, I won't be surprised if it's Bo.
It would make sense.
They need a physical stand-in to cut because only Bray can talk like that. Bray has his way of talking in riddles that doesn't bore you, but also keep you guessing. So yeah, that's the always the intriguing thing about the Bray Wyatt character. But nah, anybody who's bored with it aren't really into storytelling. I don't pay them no attention.
They have no structure.
They have no patience. Like they want everything to be now. It's like, bro, there's no substance in that. Y'all really bitched about Vince rushing Bray to the main event scene because he literally dominated in SummerSlam, and then next thing you know, Hell in a Cell happened. Let them take their time, please. We don't want that again. We don't want Bray Wyatt rushing to go after the Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. Let that simmer, please. Let him cook. Let him and LA Knight cook. Because LA Knight on the microphone is a beast, and Bray Wyatt and his riddles is a beast. Let them cook.
I agree. I mean, so far so good on that. You know,
so far so good. I'm not even finna I'm not finna digest. I'm gonna let Wyndham. I'm gonna let Triple H. I'm gonna let all these other people.
all the horror special effects out there and everything.
Y'all can cook. You not finna get a rush out of me. Cook. Let it marinate. But see, the reason why Thanksgiving is a success in the Black household is because we cook 2 days in a row. We don't rush perfection. We cook. We let it simmer.
We do.
we start on Wednesday morning and end on Thursday morning.
Yep.
And when we done, I get 4 plates, 5 plates in. We be grubbing. Like, come on now. Like, no.
Enough left over all the way. Like,
I'm still eating leftovers right now.
Exactly.
I'm enjoying them
Same
grubs.
here.
Got some pulled pork and everything. Like I went and got me some pizza because I had too much of Thanksgiving.
Man.
I had to give myself a break, but I'm gonna go get some more. But yeah, let Bray cook. And as far as this match, here comes my criticisms or the women's war game match. I felt like it felt like the 5 minutes were 10 minutes, and the 3 minutes were 9 minutes because it felt like nothing was happening. I don't know what it was. Like it wasn't the match itself, like the ring psychology or nothing. It was just like, all right, what's going on? And I feel like that was lack of story.
I can definitely agree with that one because I mean, even for the fact that we didn't really get much of anything, like even a hint of a turn or something that would have like planted a seed of a future turn or future feud or something like.
Nope. It was literally Bianca going in. It was literally Bianca and Becky going in full John Cena, Randy Orton mode.
And that was one. I did see where they kind of somewhat teased that a little bit too.
You remember John Cena, Randy Orton with when it was them versus the entire Raw locker room.
Yep.
That was literally that entire ending sequence of Becky and Bianca. Just hitting finishers on like like, oh, I'm gonna hit my finisher. Oh, she reversed it. Let me hit my finisher then. Boom. Oh, I hit my finisher. Oh, reverse it. Let me hit my finisher. Boom. So I'm like, outside of that ending, everything else just felt like, okay. Wasn't bad. It was like I feel like something more could have been done. That was my only tiny little tidbit that we could have did with that match. But other than that,
that's fair.
It was a fun match. Like if you can look at my tweets, I was like, I had my little tidbits where I was like, that could have been better, that could have been turned down. But then at the end of the day, that was a fun WarGames match in my opinion. So yeah, but that's my only critique about that. Is like when you have these type of WarGame matches, if you're gonna have two, make sure both of them have equal amount of story, because one is gonna fall to the point where you're gonna be like, all right, what's next?
You know what? And I feel like next year will probably be that. Even though I still think Crown Jewel, because of Vince and the fact that whole contract situation, unless Trips figures a way around that or something, Crown Jewel probably still might get in the way of that a little bit. But I think they're going to make sure next year it's a lot better in that storytelling.
Like spacing wise?
Yeah, for this to be year one of his like takeover, I mean,
not really year one. It was like what, 6 months?
Well, 6 months, yeah. So
because he started in August, so here it is, November.
Yeah, so I guess you could really say like a year from when it's a year in this point.
Yeah. I think that's why I be looking at people on social media when they be like, oh, so y'all thought Triple. I'm like, bro, he ain't been in a year. I'm giving this man a year. We had to deal with Vince. I had to deal with Vince for 30.
I'm telling you.
Legit.
3 decades.
3 decades.
Bro, I gotta give him grace.
Hello.
We gotta give him grace.
And he been dealing with him, so come on now.
We gotta give.
He been dealing with him as a wrestler, son-in-law. Like, just he got the worst end of the stick.
and honestly, sometimes, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna put this out there. Sometimes you can't blame the booking all the time. Sometimes the talent just don't click.
Yeah, that's true too.
It
varies. If we go, it's 50-50.
So it's like. Sometimes the story just doesn't work, and that happens. It's wrestling. Like I had people because I know some people was mentioning in the 2019 build with Keith Lee powerbombing Montez Ford, and I saw one comment that was like, "Oh, I can't stand that because it made me think wrestling isn't serious, bro. Wrestling is goofy. You're watching grown men in trunks wrestle. It's meant to be goofy,
right?
Like if you like
the NFL."
If you like the technical holds and all that stuff, kudos, that's you. But 95% of the time, wrestling is meant to be goofy and laughed at. It's not meant to be 100% serious. You're gonna have your wrestlers that you're invested in. You're gonna have your wrestler that you're emotionally invested in. That's fine. That's normal. I'm emotionally invested in Bloodline. I'm emotionally invested in Bianca Belair's career. I'm emotionally invested in all these other people's careers. But I'm not finna. At the end of the day, I'm not finna just go on here and just shit on everything else.
Right.
If you don't like it, you don't like it. That's okay.
That's the beauty of wrestling, baby. All styles, all types.
Exactly. And speaking of all styles, all types, let's talk about this match, the AJ Styles versus Finn Balor match. This was their second pay-per-view encounter, I believe, since TLC 2018. Was it 2018? 2017? When did Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt get sick? Because Bray Wyatt was replaced by Demon Finn, and Kurt Angle replaced Roman.
The blessing in disguise.
Oh yeah, because they was gonna have Bray dressed as Sister Abigail.
From what we understand, yes.
Oh my God, I forgot that storyline, and we've done a million of. Oh my God!
Not to mention they had Finn do that weird pumpkin like laugh thing or something.
Oh yeah, when they had him dressed up as a pumpkin.
Yeah,
crazy.
Oh,
hey Vince, hear me out right quick, bro.
John's ridiculous.
Hear me out, big dog. You got
had that man dressed up like that.
Yeah, that man out here dressing him like a pumpkin. Like,
oh boy.
Go to hell.
I'm done.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is their first one-on-one match in a minute. And what did you think of this match? Hi-Lite.
I'd be lying if I say it was as good as that year of when they went at it, of course, right? But you can't. I mean, one, wrestlers get older, of course, and I mean, they change their styles up over time than what it was from that year. So, for what they gave, I still think it was pretty flawed. I like the fact that because you knew the crews were gonna duke it out. Thank God they duked it out to the point where it took them out the match. There was no interference, and it was like, solid win for AJ in a clean way where he gets his win back essentially.
Yeah, because they're 1-1 now.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Finn won in TLC, and then he won this year. Oh,
yeah,
that's interesting.
It works. I like it. If they run it back, I won't be necessarily mad at it as long as they keep it just as one-on-one as that was, where like keep the crews out, let them cancel each other out, and it helps that Rhea kind of couldn't be out there because she was fresh out of a WarGames match.
Yeah, she was asleep.
Yeah, like ain't no way.
She like, yeah, y'all got this. I'm tired. I'm tired.
I went first.
Nah, I'm good. Y'all got it. Oh, you lost? You stupid. You suck. You suck. How you lose?
Like, hey, you lost too. What you talking about? Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Oh boy. Yeah,
I apologize for my outbursts.
Oh no, bro.
I did like this match too. I'm not gonna lie about that. The only thing that I'm really like keen on is the fact that we both lost.
We both
picked Judgment Day to win. It's like it gotta be them.
I just realized,
friend.
When I saw that, I was like, ah, shit.
Yep. We all caught a major L on that one, bro. Now I will say shout out to Rick. I think Rick. No, wait, he might have picked Balor too. I have to go back and look at it. I think he picked up. Dang, we all lost.
Yeah, we lost. I was like, man, like.
Oh snap! We all lost.
It was good. I mean, I give props to AJ. Like they did their thing, so I ain't mad at it. But yeah, by going back to that Rhea situation though, like Rhea, like man, no.
I just kind of wonder what
done for the night. I did my part.
I'm going to sleep.
I did my job. I'm taking myself tonight. I'm finna go.
I was gonna say, do y'all think? Well, never mind. They probably couldn't because of the bloodline. Do y'all think they would have probably did a WarGames with that?
Well, with Judgment Day?
Yeah, like Judgment Day and the OC, because I mean they were pretty much one man.
Who would have been the fourth for each team? Like, do you think it would have did 3-on-3?
Well, I'm talking about like if they did something different, like take the two ladies to cancel out and found a way to. I don't know. You think they would have? Because the way Rhea was like beating up on men lately.
I think the reason why they probably didn't do that match because we just did it at Crown Jewel. Literally a 6-man tag. So it's been like, okay, we're running this back again.
Yeah, just let the two ringleaders do it.
Yeah, so basically, just let the two ringleaders. And every time I hear OC, I think about that TV show.
Bro, what? Like, I'm like, what happened to the OGBC or something? Like, where was that at?
He said every time I'm like, I'll be harmonizing that theme song because I think I saw one episode of that show out of curiosity, and I said, "Yep, this shit ain't for me." But it was like when I heard the song, I was like, okay, and I'm like, oh wait, nah, this is the wrong song. My bad, this is the wrong group. This is the OC. This is what's the reason for the OC? The original club.
Yeah,
isn't the original club Tamatonga though?
You would think.
I thought it was.
Heck, Balor even said he's the one that started.
He done said Balor Club so many times too. So I'm just like,
yeah, he said he started like they say they can say the club, but Michael Cole being an encyclopedia over there talking about the original Bullet Club. I'm like, all right, thank you. You know how to use Wikipedia now that Vince McMahon's gone. Congratulations,
all his information.
Congratulations, my brother.
My goodness.
Congratulations. Welcome to all of us. You're letting us know that you know what you're doing. Like, congratulations, we get it.
What do you
I personally like this match for what it was, because it was like I'm a fan of both. It's crazy that AJ Styles, this is like his first win since 2019. Crazy. On pay-per-view. On pay-per-view. They say he, like, the historians on social media, they be like, they'll say, yo, this is his first win since 2019. I think it was October 2019 against what's his name? Humberto Carrillo.
Wow.
And I'm like, huh?
That's crazy. It's funny too, because I'm looking at in the background a little This Is Awesome joint. They're doing, I guess, a thing on debuts. So like they literally just showed when AJ Styles debuted against Roman, and I'm sitting there saying,
"Are you talking about when they had his face on the camera on Roman's face for like 30 seconds?" And I'm like, okay, we know who he is. Who is that?
Exactly.
Like, man.
Kevin Dunn, you son of a bitch.
Come on.
Yeah, exactly. And it was
like, move the camera. We know who
that was
it is.
their
Come
year
on,
of being obsessed with the Royal Rumble's people's reaction to entrances, but it's like you literally could have just did that for like 3 seconds and then cut to the Titan drum.
Agreed. I don't know what they were thinking with that, dude. But
no one does.
It's just like, well, okay. But no, like, it's just funny, man, because I'm almost surprised. I hope eventually they find a way to run that back with AJ and Roman, man. They always had good chemistry.
Is it because AJ still hates Paul or something?
It probably is.
It could be.
Maybe.
Like, bro, I'm gonna need you to get your feelings fine.
Yeah, like
let it go.
Make that money, man. Make that money.
Let that go.
Like, I had a conversation. I was having a conversation with a fellow content creator in our space over on TikTok, because I'm posting on there now. People, I ain't know so many damn wrestling fans over there, but yeah, I was on there, and she basically said the same thing. She basically said the same thing you said. Like you ain't gotta like the person. If there's money to be made, put that shit aside and just make the money. Because at the end of the day, you ain't gotta see that man when you go home, and that man ain't gotta see you when he go home. It's like, bro, just when you at work, go make that money and do it. Just go crazy. Because I think they've wrestled once or twice on a recent house show loop, mainly because Paul don't do house shows. So that's proof that they can wrestle. So it's like, bro, just do it. Fuck it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, their chemistry together has always, like, I can't recall one time Roman and AJ had a bad match together. Like, they've
wrestled twice, correct? It was Extreme Rules and Payback.
Yeah. Yep. And then if you want to count that little mini exchange from their first meeting when he debuted in that Royal Rumble, but it was brief, so it's kind of hard to like count that as an interaction. But yeah, man, they should run that back. It will be
got to.
Like, with Roman in this form right now, you can't not do that, bro. Like, come on.
The head of the table, like, I don't even care what's your reasoning. Just say, hey, I got next.
Just come on, let's
just interrupt his promo and just say I got next, and then just walk out. That's literally it.
Yeah,
you ain't gotta do nothing else. You ain't gotta sell me on nothing. You ain't gotta just say I got next.
Yeah. I can see a little promo, kind of like similar to what him and Randy Orton had that time, where it was just like Randy Orton was clouding him, like, yeah, man, all you indie guys and this and that, how this was our locker room before you indie guys came and took it up, and he's like, oh yeah, well, what about you over here, stealing stuff and whatnot, man? Like,
you're talking about when he said you stole the diamond cutter?
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just stuff like that, man. Like, you can see Roman
leeching off of Randy Orton.
Exactly.
Oh, you're not Randy or Ric Flair. You're leeching off of Triple H. You're leeching off of these other people. It's like, all right, congratulations.
He can do a lot. He can do a lot.
It's so much they can do. But yeah, I enjoyed this match. Like, it was a good. To me, it was a good match to get your feel of your indie wrestling match. Like, it didn't really require too much storytelling. I mean, the story was obviously the Judgment Day versus the OC. Me personally, I'm already like 98% checked out on the Judgment Day versus the OC, because I feel like the Judgment Day has been feuding with AJ Styles since the beginning of time at this point. because he's been feuding with a version of the Judgment Day since Edge. And that was at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's like at this point, it's getting played out.
That was in April. It's November.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving has passed us by. And speaking of Thanksgiving, you see Rey Mysterio get his ass whooped by his son,
Bro. Dog.
I was like, you know what? Don't have him come back no more.
Let me tell you, Gresh, if you don't get all the sound bites, if you don't get all the sound bites from that alone, I need the sound effects of when he was getting stomped on. I need the sound effects of when he said,
like he sound like a goose having a stroke. I say about Rey Mysterio all the time. That man sound like a goose having a stroke.
Hey.
At this point, he might as well go ahead and throw all the Dominic stuff outside.
Nah,
he not
bro.
coming back.
At this point, Rey Mysterio needs a Glock.
Yeah, that too.
The way Rhea just barged through his door, like, oh hell no.
Rhea bars at my door like that. Pow. no, ma'am. Hell no. Oh hell no.
You can't sit here and come up in here like you pay bills or something. Who are you?
You know that wasn't realistic, boy. I like,
I said, yeah, it ain't realistic because you know Angie got that glicky. Come on now.
Yeah. Gonna get your butt thrown through a window like Randy Orton in his own house, goddamn.
As soon as I saw that man walk to the door with his mask on, I'm like, oh shit, he lost me.
Right.
Oh, and no, it was the fact that he had just put that on too. That's what got me because you could tell he's sitting there adjusting it. I'm like, yo, he just put that on.
Like, bro, what you doing? He could have just put some shades on. We've seen your face. 95% of the people watch WCW, bro. Come on now, we've seen your face.
We've seen your face before.
We know you. We know you pretty Jeff on the block. Come on now. Come on now. We know exactly what you look like.
Back then, he
looked the same. He just got a little. He got a slight wrinkle here and here because he's tired.
Yeah.
But he looked the same. He just bald.
Yeah, he bald. I was gonna say like he bald, but yeah.
Come on now. You could have kept it realistic. You could have just kept your mask off. We've seen your face. or
you go straight cop style and they can just blur you, bro. Like
put a fake Rey Mysterio mask on, like a digitalized Rey Mysterio mask, like trying to cover this man's face up. But nah, you had to put your whole mask on and you had to put the boot on. You had to dress up nice, and now the family not getting involved. Yeah, this ain't realistic. I
was like, "Where's Leah? Where's she at?"
Nah, she hiding from Rhea because she's dating her old man. But it's kayfabe story now that Rhea Ripley is his girlfriend in kayfabe, even though they both have significant others in real life. But yeah,
go figure.
I never really get. It's like once social media became a thing, you would have thought they would have relaxed on the kayfabe relationships because it's like you saw them teasing that like with Reggie or Scripps. I'm sorry, Scripps. Now his name is Scripps. When he was with Sasha, they was trying to tease that. I'm like, we know she married. He looks like a fanboy. But I mean, if it executed right, it can be done. But it's like once you know, and especially if it's a wrestling personality that puts their whole life on social media, what can you do? Like if it was somebody like me, you can get away with it because I don't put my whole life on social media. I don't really care for people's opinions. So if I can pop up with a baby in the back, and y'all won't be like, "Who baby?" Don't worry about it.
Exactly. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. But,
mind your business.
Mind your business.
Literally, mind your damn. But yeah, I had to get that little joke in because I was that called us off guard, and we didn't talk about it on the podcast because our podcast was pre-recorded for Thursday because what you guys should check out because we was talking shit about SmackDown from 2002.
Hilarious.
But let's speaking of talking shit, this match.
Oh.
Well,
for the SmackDown Women's Championship, Ronda Rousey defending against Shotzi.
Dang. Why? Yeah. Man. Even though I won, but still, I was thinking the same thing. Why?
This entire match.
Why again? This is when I started falling asleep.
Listen, respect to Shotzi. She tried.
Yes.
She tried.
I'll give her that. I will give her that.
But Ronda Rousey, I know I've been studying your game for a minute.
Ronda
and I know I said it sucked. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. Your shit is ass.
Hey. It's Ronda. And the crickets will chirp. Oh man.
You got any thoughts on this? Because I got nothing.
No. Like I do want to give credit to Shotzi though, because she did. I give her that though, like, because it takes a whole lot of guts. So it's like I give her that. But hey, what can you do?
We try not to be overly negative on this podcast, but we're gonna call a spade a spade. That shit was garbage.
Respect to Shotzi just for trying to dedicate that to her father.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all I was saying.
I give her that.
That's all I can say.
But Shotzi aside, like Ronda, I say this every time, you decreased in quality, and your quality wasn't even that high to begin with.
Bruh. Legit.
I didn't even know that was possible. Thank you for proving me wrong, Ronda Rousey.
That woman is making me miss Charlotte Flair right now.
Oh my God. I never thought I'd say that.
Dang, Charlotte.
Charlotte would have brought out a better match from Shotzi than that. My goodness.
I give you that. I will give you that.
Lord.
Listen.
But she's still out on injury or something like that?
She's just
chilling?
Just chilling. Living her best life.
Yeah, well, I know that. Like,
but listen, man.
She got married and got gone.
I'm so glad this wasn't Raw versus SmackDown, because Raw's division is killing them.
They are.
It is devouring them.
They are.
SmackDown is in need of a draft. I don't even care if it's a supplemental draft to where they only get drafts. They need people from NXT. They need help.
They need a lot of help.
They need Jesus.
Like, bro, they are.
I don't even think Jesus can save them from this trash.
Serious facelift.
They need Botox.
Fillers.
They need liposuctions.
Fillers.
They need fillers. They need butt injections. They need everything.
They need the beautiful people from Impact Wrestling. Let's go.
Let the pigeons loose.
Jesus.
Let them pigeons loose.
Like, the only people that's carrying it is the Bloodline.
The only people on the SmackDown Women's Division I care about is Liv Morgan.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And that's it. I ain't got nothing else. I don't know nobody else. I don't think we're missing nobody, brother. Those are the only two.
Yeah.
Those are the only two.
That's all I got. This division, like,
wow.
Like, Ronda, your whole game is ass.
Nothing for me.
Your game is ass, bro.
You just keep getting hurt left and right.
She lost my interest when she left. When Becky won, it was like you served your purpose.
Yeah.
Now that you're back, nothing of substance is coming.
Wow.
The only thing we got out of your match with Liv Morgan at Extreme Rules was the fact that she passed out from the stench of your ass.
I'm done. Dang.
That's all. Like,
but even with what's that one girl named Raquel? Like, she just keep getting hurt left and right for me, and I'm just like, okay, I can't.
It's not that she's getting hurt. That's a story. That's a storyline injury to kind of get. I guess that was their way of giving us a reason to care about their tag match on SmackDown.
Like, can you just fight?
She's obsessed with her back.
Yeah, she really is.
That's
and
her entrance.
She's
flexing on the back.
I don't want to see your back.
I never thought.
Yeah. I'm tired of seeing your back.
Whatever it takes.
This ain't what's that called? What they think the women's fitness thing and all that. This ain't. We not doing all of this.
I don't know what.
Let that junk go.
Yeah.
This ain't fitness competition.
What you about to say, Hi-Lite?
Now, I was just to say, whatever they need to do and whatever they're trying to do, they need to hurry up and get Sasha and Naomi back some kind of way.
I don't care. Listen, Triple H, I don't care if you got a dick ride without a license. Get them women back
immediately. SmackDown needs them right now. Don't set them.
They got a "We Want Sasha" chance during this entire match.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
I heard the same thing. I said, they'll let you know right there. That proves it.
Well, for one, you was in her hometown.
Exactly.
So that was bound to happen, but you gave them a match that gave them a reason to chant it.
Imagine how that felt.
Oh my God.
Oh Lord, man.
Yep. You listen, Triple H, I'm trying to tell you, you are allowed to dick ride without a license. You are allowed to make the glizzy go frizzy. Just get it done. Get the woman back.
Mm-hmm.
My God. And we're not about to ponder on this match no more longer because I can't do it no more. And we might as well just move on to something I can't do no more. Let's talk about the triple threat match for the United States Championship. Seth freaking Rollins defending against the almighty Big Bob, I like to call him, Bobby Lashley. And
my money was on Bobby Lashley, and I got this.
That McDonough kid, Austin Theory, yo bitch ass.
The series.
What you think about this match, Suela?
What? My money was on Bobby Lashley, and I took an L.
That's the outcome. What did you think about the match?
I liked the match. I did like it. I slick liked it. It's just, that outcome was not it for me. It wasn't for it. Actually, surprised me. I was like, man, this is not what I was expecting. Out of all people, why him? Even the audience was shocked. They were just looking like, seriously? I was the same way. I was feeling the same way. I said, man, I'm right there with y'all. Like, this is, man, I feel defeated. I get defeated by this. I was like, man, don't ever let me see another Austin Theory match ever again and bet on the opponent for Austin Theory. Because if he win again, I'm screwed. I just can't. I'm not betting any match he in. I'm not betting on nobody. I'm just gonna let it play out. I ain't gonna bet on nobody. I'm not gonna say, oh, Austin Theory's gonna win. No, the opponent's gonna win. No, how about I just let it just go with the flow? I ain't got nothing to say. None at all. But I do I ain't gonna lie, Bobby had me for a second, especially when he put both of them in the
hurt lock.
The little lock thing. I was like, man, so close.
Nah, when he did that, I was like, bro, you dumb.
Yeah, so far.
Because they both can literally just move back. Like, bro, what you doing?
I was like, man, come on. You let them do you like that. I was
what you think about this match?
Know.
Well,
he had to take a deep breath.
Yeah. It's chemistry. It was cool. I mean, high action, but boy, that outcome, man, that just threw us for a loop, man. Like, dude, what the heck? It's just I really went into this thing thinking all right, it's gonna be a good match. Seth's obviously retaining because why would they take this title off of him right now? He's kind of on fire. You got the freaking crowd singing this man's theme song in the middle of this match, bro. You got this man literally on a high. The only thing I can think of is, okay, maybe he lost this because they really want to run it back with him and Roman, I guess. But then I'm like, I don't know what they're doing. I guess they want to put it back on Theory because he's a serious Theory now.
Man,
except he won on accident.
Yo goofy ass cashed in on the United States Championship during an open challenge.
And
you are not serious, and you lost.
Yeah, it's like, so now what am I supposed to do? Take him serious? He won on accident.
He literally won. Like, oops. Oh
exactly.
Yeah.
I won. You know what I mean? Dude even looked like, oh, I won. Then watch him try to be like,
on accident.
watch him try to come in and be like, yeah, I said I was going to do what I said, and I am United States champion, and I did it, you know? And then here comes Lashley. Did what? Fool, you didn't win nothing. That's me. It's like, what's the point? Why do we go through this? Why are y'all doing this to me? Why? So now it's just, and the sad part is Seth's the one that looks crazy because he took the pin. Why? Why?
And he asked for the match.
He feel worse for anybody. Like,
yes. He asked for the match.
He asked for the match. And he takes the pinfall. He can't even make a case for a rematch. No, he got pinned.
Sad, man.
It is sad. It's very
sad.
Very sad.
But yeah, I enjoyed this match. It was I always enjoy Bobby Lashley with one of the best entrances in the game. His entrance is just, yeah, you can't touch that. But that finish literally caught me off guard. I was like, wait, what? Because Rollins hit the Falcon's arrow, or he hit a superplex, and he was going for the Falcon's arrow, and Bobby Lashley hit the spear, and Theory literally fell on top of him. That was the finish, and I was like,
yep.
Huh,
interesting.
So.
Hey man, if we can't get it, nothing else. I mean, and the fact that we did agree that we loved it is the fact that, boy, shock value. We lost twice, twice in one night. 3 times in my case if you count the main event, but still, we lost.
Oh, dang, you lost. Oh man, now we gotta talk about that too. Dang, Hi-Lite, you lost 3 times.
Yeah, I lost 3 times, man. I lost that main
event. Jeez, friend.
I lost that, unfortunately, you know.
Oh, friend.
Oh,
he like, apparently this is not my season.
No, it's not. It's not, you know, but it's cool. We're gonna bounce back. You know, as long as Rick caught a couple L's, I'm cool.
Oh, God.
I'll catch up. I'll catch up. Oh boy, this is sad. This is just sad.
Oh man! And speaking of that main event, might as well talk about it. And that is the men's War Games for. I guess you can. It was just literally a brutal match. It was the Bloodline, Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, the Honorary Uso, the Right Hand Man, main event Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa versus the Brawling Bruce. That's Sheamus, Butch, Ridge Holland, Drew McIntyre, and Kevin Owens.
Why they got Sammy face looking like that, bro? Oh.
Hey, no, you think that's funny? So somebody posted on Instagram just like the throwback version of them when they were younger, like that, and I was like, y'all, man, y'all need to cut it out. Including Paul Heyman when he was younger too. I was like,
oh yeah, Paulie dangerously.
I said, why y'all do that?
Oh Lord. No.
Y'all are dirty.
Oh man, so what did you think about this match, Swallow?
I loved it. Everybody know that.
Oh yeah, of course.
And I won.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. See, Gresh, you know.
And I won.
I know, Gresh. I know.
Yeah, man.
But this match was good though, especially I would give Butch his credit though, because this little joker loves to manipulate limbs.
That's his gimmick.
He's very good.
His little bitty self loved to manipulate people's joints and their ligaments, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm not really mad at you. At least you coming in with a strategy, a whole game plan. Like, if I break a few bones, maybe I have an advantage. You had an advantage for a little bit. You know, it lasted for so long. But he was handling it though. Like, Butch, boy, I think people sleep on Butch for real. Like, Butch be handling some things.
Yeah.
He be going Butch on these hoes.
Legit.
He do. Like, I gotta give it to him.
People be confused with my slogan when I be like Butch on these hoes. I'm like, that's literally him.
That's what he does.
he goes Butch on these hoes.
In full fashion. You know,
right?
go.
That's all I'm like.
And you know, Sami Zayn had to prove his loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because honestly though, I thought he was gonna switch. I thought he was gonna turn on Bloodline for a second. I did for especially like when he came in way early before that and Roman like questioned him. I was like, boy, if you lie, it's over with for you.
Man,
If you lie, you already didn't say nothing to Jay.
I was just trying to make sure he's focused. I wasn't really trying to I was literally just making sure he's good.
That. You should have been said that. Like Michael Cole said, he had 24 hours to say.
Oh, I love how they played that off. Grace is like, yeah, I've known Sammy a long time. He ain't that wise with it. I was like, oh man, dang.
He said, "Oh no, he ain't that stupid. He's stupid. He ain't that.
Like,
he not that smart."
Like, man,
dang.
He literally said that. He said, "Come on, Graves. Like you had 24 hours to tell this man. You have 24 hours to find a lot of ways to tell this man about this situation."
And you just now saying something? Come on now.
The day of.
Come on now.
Right before we finna fight. The day of. Man, get out. Just get out of my face.
Oh my Lord.
But I did like that pullback too, like the pullback that Roman did, because normally you would think, oh, let Jimmy come out there by them being brothers, and Roman's like, nope,
nope, come back. He was literally like somebody. He literally embraced his daddy, bro. He's like, come back, stand right here.
I love how he just do that with that. He like,
you don't go nowhere. No.
You go here.
Your time will come, but it's not right now.
Like,
but you go ahead.
You ninjas is my sons, okay? And you ain't going out right now. They gonna learn to cooperate.
Like, no, let him handle that.
Let them coexist.
My kid, get back here.
Y'all gonna cooperate today.
Sit your ass down.
Dad is home.
Stay the fuck right here.
Hello, like
keep your
we
ass.
Not doing that,
bro. That makes me. Hey, I still can't get over Michael Cole with that one episode of SmackDown when they were like arguing. Roman came at the end. He's like, "Uh-oh, Daddy's home. Daddy's here." And I'm
Daddy's here.
No, they didn't, bro. I can't get that out my head, fool. I was like, this man so is treating these ninjas like his doggone sons right now. Oh my god.
Daddy's here.
Yeah, y'all better tighten up.
What you say? You back talk me? You keep on, and I'm gonna nickname him Sammy Uso. I was like, oh dang.
I was like, whoa. I said, is he really pulling a father right now?
Yes.
Like,
I'm gonna really make him part of this.
Like, I'm gonna really make y'all mad. Like, okay.
And Jimmy over there like, see, you did it now.
I bet he do the twins like that at his house. Like, oh, okay, y'all want to fight? All right. Go ahead, handle that. But when I bring the older ones up in here, don't look crazy.
Don't look stupid. Don't look stupid now. That's all I'm gonna say.
Y'all gonna see what some real fighting is about. Where the 5-year-olds at?
Come on, man.
Come on. Yeah. Go ahead, handle that.
Handle that. Like,
And then if y'all still want to play games, let me just go get your sister, because she ain't got time to deal with y'all no way.
Stay right here. Stay.
Just straighten all y'all out.
Stay right here. Don't move.
Don't make me go get JoJo.
Don't you move. Don't move. You dumb. Don't move. Because if I got to tell you one more time,
man,
get it together. God damn it. Get it together.
That's how he got to. Like, it's 5 of them too. Like, if the four twins act up, that's what JoJo is for. Like,
nah, that's what. Nah.
It gotta be. She's the
JoJo is a teenager. She ain't worried about them kids.
Exactly.
She on her fuck them kids.
Like, nope, I'm not finna deal with them. That's y'all. Y'all made them.
You the one that produced them. You
y'all made them. Y'all put them here, so y'all deal with it.
They ain't got shit to do with me.
I'm chilling. Like,
they ain't got nothing to do with me. Nothing.
Yeah.
Like, what you thought? What you thought this was?
You thought I was gonna help you?
You thought I was feeling you?
Like, I love you, Dad, but I don't love you like that.
You thought I was feeling you though. Come on now.
But yeah, like I like how that played out too. Like that strategy was kind of cool to me too. Because at first I would have thought Jimmy was gonna be the one to come out there, and he's like, "Nah, like since somebody else got it, since they got problems, let them sort that out. put Sammy in there. Like, we gonna squash this issue tonight."
Yeah. Man.
Man.
I love it. This dog go
we gonna get this corrected right now.
Well, right. But when in doubt, just go with the flow and just find ways to be shown. It is what it is. But I was stalling basically so I can set up my second camera. But
because that's what I do.
Oh man. He's like, well.
Oh man. Oh my goodness. Lord Jesus.
But yeah, so this match for me, I enjoyed it. It was so many stuff because the main story that you said, can Sammy be trusted? Can this be trusted? This, that, and the third, and it got me hooked on it because when Roman in the back hugged that man, I was literally like, "Oh, rest in peace, Sammy." It was nice knowing you, blood. It was nice knowing you, my brother, because you about to die.
Boy.
But they swerved us. They swerved us, and they did it in a nice way. Like this match, like I said, like you said earlier, it literally sped right through. It was not. It didn't feel out of place. It didn't feel out of pocket. It just. So, kudos to them on that because my man, boy, I loved it. But yeah, because it was like, and then like you said, we joked about it, but then the ending came where Sammy finally made a decision because he was struggling a little bit. Like, do he side with the friend that he's known for 20 years, even though I'm pretty sure Kevin Owens has turned on him before? So,
I mean, he said,
"Are you really struggling?"
Yep.
He said it himself. I mean, literally, KO said it. He was like, "Look, that's my brother. I've turned on him before a couple of times because he got in my way a couple times, but I still love him." So clearly, in Sammy's case, well, you got in the way of my tribal chief. I'm an honorary use, so I had to do what I had to do. I love him.
Don't take it personal.
The tears on the eyes signify I love you. But buddy, I'm part of
tear in my eye.
Right.
I'm part of this bloodline.
Like,
this bloodline, like, it got me set for life, bro. I ain't leaving. Not for you.
I'm not leaving.
Nigga, why would I leave gold for silver? No, that don't work.
Hello.
You feel me?
Hello.
You feel me? I'm here
like that.
You hear these chants?
I'm Sammy Uso now. I'm Sammy Uso now.
I'm feeling Uso. You're not gonna take that energy away.
No, this drip. No,
I'm supposed to go back to being you with you.
No,
bro, you wearing jeans in this match. What are you talking about? You're wearing jeans right now. Why? Like you're not even wearing your regular boxers. So what are you talking about?
Like, come on, no. We're not doing
it. Rest in peace, Dusty Rhodes, but still, you
see you wearing jeans in this match. I'm not finna wear that.
Like, you ain't got the drip. You look like you're going to your day job. Come on, man.
Come on now. You know,
I'm iced out. I had a black and red honorary U shirt, and they actually gave me a full red with the black print version. I'm dripping right now. Like what?
I went from TJ Maxx to Prada.
Come on, man. And you want me to go back?
Mm-hmm.
You want me to go back?
Ain't no way.
No.
No way.
Return to sender?
I am not.
Ain't no exchanges.
Come on now. I am not the same today.
This ain't no 30-day policy. No.
No. You try to mess with what I'm cooking? Come on. I'm cooking right now. I'm feeling myself.
All right.
You want me to go back? Here, take this nut shot. Boom.
Nigga, my reverse don't work. I only drive forward. What you talking about? No.
You think I dick ride for free? No. I got my license. I'm an honorary so I can dick ride now.
I got my license.
I got my license now.
You see these papers?
These papers, this means I can dick ride on my own accord, however I want to, whenever I want to. I have the full permit. This shirt is a full permit.
Daggum,
This
right.
is my permit to dick ride.
You got to earn this. And I work too goddamn hard for this.
I work too hard for this. You want to come up in here? You like I've been working on this for months, and you want to come in 2 weeks ago trying to get me to turn.
Jay
You've been all my life.
Jay Uso finally hugged me. Do you know what I had to do that? Do you know what I had to go through?
Hey, Sammy and King starving like Marvin no more.
Yeah.
He gave me a reason to continue to fight, and you want to take that away from me?
Oh,
you're gonna take your payday. You're gonna take his ass whooping that comes with it, but you will never take my place as the honorary Uso to the head of the table.
Come on. That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, nah, man.
Oh my God.
Nah, man. That stuff is crazy. It was like pure theater.
It really was. That was cinema.
That was a great main event, and as spoken like any Roman main event usually is. I mean, it just makes me think back of that infamous Hell in a Cell with him and Jay. You know, main event Jey Uso, when it all started.
You saw I quoted Roman, and I just flipped it.
Yeah, he did. He flipped it. That's why I laughed so hard. I said, "Huh."
It's just
you gonna try to take this from me?
Try to take this from me?
You gonna take this payday, which I know you got because it's Survivor Series. Like the main event, so you got a participation check. You got a participation check. You ain't get the honorary check. You got the participation check. You got the payday. Come on. You gonna go take this check and go buy you some actual clothes because them jeans ain't doing it. And you will not take my place as the honorary Uso to the head of the table. And I finally got a hug from the right hand man. Man, get your ass on out of here.
Hello.
Take this haluva kick. Bam.
You feel me?
We done had beef for how long? Now we done finally hugged it out.
Like we hugging now. He kicked me in the face.
Right. And now he hugged me.
Love.
With love.
Hit me in the face with love. Because he hugged me after the fact.
He said, "Oh, my bad, man. That
was his plan all along."
He said, "My bad. That was my bad. I ain't mean to kick you. It's okay. My bad."
It was me, Kevin. It was me all along. It was me all along. I did this. I did it. I did it. And I made it look great.
He put the keys in his mouth.
You will not mess with my bag.
Oh my God. Hey, but Sammy did. I would give props to Sammy. He moved Jay like right out the way. Like as soon like that incoming like kick or whatever the other dude was gonna do, like he was like, whoop, like
he was taking bullets for him.
Not tonight.
But Jay was like, I'm finna slap this shit. Like, bro.
He looked at him and said, I got you. I got you.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
I got you.
I'm gonna get him. Let me get him. Let me get him. Let me get him.
Like, I got you. Sammy said, I got you. I said, oh, now you proving your loyalty.
Let me get him.
That's what we got right here. You remember that one picture of that man that was on, I think he was on Instagram or Twitter when he was standing up in the arena like that?
Made it happen. Oh, man.
Look what we got right here.
I'm gonna get him. Let me get him, Moose. Let me get him, Moose. But the moral of the story is Sami Zayn finally earned his dick riding license.
Yeah.
Finally earned his pay space in the
crowd
bloodline.
chanting Sammy Uso.
He's now. I won't be surprised if they end this with a blood ritual.
Yo.
Like they have Sammy just say, "Here we go, we finna shake on it. Now you're officially blood. You are now part of the Anoa'i family."
You solemnly swear to make sure that you pronounce all of your C's with B's. Are you bicking back being bull?
No, I'm done.
Are you done? Are you now feeling oozy?
Now feeling oozy? Yeah.
Even though it may or may not mean pussy. Who
I'm
knows?
done.
We don't know. That's neither here nor there.
Feeling oozy?
You feeling?
That's actually cool for real.
You feeling oozy? Oozy. Hoochie mama.
Boy.
Uchi bandana. But yeah, that was and honestly that's Survivor Series. If you're looking for, like I said, if you're looking for a full analytical breakdown, this ain't the podcast for you. This is the podcast that we literally vibe and we literally chop it up and laugh and have a good time. If you are new around here, make sure you follow us on social media at GRESH Unleashed or www.gressunleashed.com. But yeah. Oh, before we get out of here, it was something I put out a few weeks ago, or not a few weeks ago, a few hours ago. My time frame is early in the morning. It's literally almost 1 o'clock. We're gonna try to get out of here quick because I know everybody gotta get up in the morning. But I think I put out a tweet because it was just as a joke and people thought I was serious for some reason. But that's neither here nor there. Oh yeah, Braun Strowman continues to scare the hoes. That's nothing new.
Oh Lord.
That is nothing new because he put out because he was on up down and he was drinking milk, and the way he drank the milk, he literally scares the hoes. Because he was scaring me, and I'm not even a hoe.
It was so funny. I ain't gonna lie, it was funny.
Whoa.
I was like, yo, like my God. He trying to get a girl. He know he's doing. Like, I'm pretty sure what he do.
Listen to this.
My God!
Blood. You scaring the hoes.
Nope.
He's like, I'm trying to show you what's up.
Nope.
Bro,
that will kill. Don't be trying that.
Like, you don't do that. Like, you just okay. You just don't.
No, man.
That was a nice little way to end today's review for the podcast. But yeah, WarGames, it was a hit in my book. I enjoyed it. What did you guys? If you had to grade it real quick, what would you grade it, Suela?
I give it a 10.
Hi-Lite.
We talking letter grade or we talking number grade?
Either or. 10 to me is A for her.
10 is A. Okay, so I'll probably go 9.5 then, taking 0.5 points off for the whole Ronda situation.
Ronda.
Yeah. I had to deduct points for that because it was just the one thing. Yeah. That was your bathroom break, ladies and gentlemen.
That wasn't even a bathroom break. That was literally it. I don't even like to use that term no more. It's literally where you just sit there and look like, what the fuck is going on? Like, Ronda, I understand. I said it once and I say it again. I said your game was trash. No, you is pure ass. You fucking suck.
Please get us a new women's champion.
Like, yo, if Ronda literally goes away, I will not bat an eye. If she decides to quit or if her contract expires and she says, I'm not going to resign, I'm like, all right, bye. See you. Moving on. Like, nothing ever happened. Because, God damn, you ass. But if I had to rate this entire show, it would have to be a 9 because Ronda took it down 10 points.
Okay.
It'd have to be a 9. It's still a good rate. There's no other way to If that match did not exist on this card, this would have been a perfect card.
Agreed.
No shot at Shotzi. She did her best. Like, you cannot put that. She was put in an impossible situation, and that was trying to get us to give a shit about Ronda, and it just did not happen. I don't care about you as a heel or face. You can literally go away and grow old on a farm, and I would not say, "Oh, I miss Ronda."
Yeah,
I miss UFC Ronda.
I still remember when she got her ass whooped. So
that too, but I'm just saying, like, I just miss my spirit. Like, I miss all of it.
I like what this dude said on Twitter. I forgot his @ I really want to give him credit because he actually made sense with his take on Ronda before we got here. Let me see if I can find it. Please let me find it within the next hour or so, or 60 seconds. If I can't find it in 60 seconds, fuck it. I'm not gonna worry about it. But he basically said the thing with Ronda is she does something cool, but then it's like she does something sloppy 30 seconds later and just takes all the cool away. You be like, what the fuck? What the fuck, Ronda? Like, what are you doing? What are we doing here? When I saw that, I was like, that's a good assessment of Ronda Rousey. You do one tiny thing cool, and then you just 85 to 95% shit the bed, and you be like,
clean up on all green.
Clean, bro. I was ready. I was glad when they took that shit out the package. I said, please, I'm glad y'all took that out because what?
Stop. Why did you say that?
Why do you talk? Listen, Triple H. If you want to save Ronda Rousey, get her a manager. Shayna ain't it. Shayna is good on her own. Shayna don't need Ronda.
Shayna is good on her own. That's true.
Shayna does not need Ronda. Ronda is actually dragging Shayna down. Horribly. But I believe that's all we got. That was your Survivor Series 2022 review, and that is pretty much our podcast for this evening. If you haven't already, make sure you follow us, like I said, at Gresh Unleashed, at www.gressunleashed.com, or if you're on YouTube, at Gresh Unleashed Pod, because now they got the usernames where you can create ads now, so you don't have to use the custom URLs now. So www.youtube.com/@Gresh Unleashed Pod. That is us on YouTube. You can also follow me personally at solo.to/Gresh, or just go Josh Gresham ORG on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. YouTube is Gresh, and Facebook is Joshua Gresham ORG. You can follow Suela at solo.to/Suela. If not, because she has different usernames on Twitter and Instagram, so all her links are on there. And you can follow my man Hi-Lite Real at Hi-Lite Life. Where else can they what's going on with you in the world of the Hi-Lite Life? Let people know what's going on with you.
Yeah, man.
Outside of your birthday coming up.
Yeah. Big birthday on the way, baby. What's up? Got a 10th year coming, baby. Let's go. But nah, man. We got a lot of cool things coming up. We do have a end of the year event, man. If you guys are local and you're looking for some New Year's Eve plans, man, hit the Instagram, check the flyer. It's posted up on everything, man. We got a big end of the year New Year's Eve event coming on the 31st. Come pull up. It's free giveaways, free, good music and free games, all kind of stuff. So just come pull up if you need a New Year's, want to bring it in real smooth. You feel me? But aside from that, man, we kind of coming on that little slight wind down at the end of the year. So we're ready to crank it up for next year in 2023, both on the podcast side of things and, of course, as the artistry being Hi-Lite Real, the entity. So y'all keep a lot with us, man. Make sure you follow. Like I said, let's go. Let's run. Let's grind.
Oh, and speaking of grind, we got literally 2 more episodes of this Gresh Unleashed podcast for this season until the season finale. I already ran it by Hi-Lite, and Suela, she's really a run with the punches type of girl, so she'll pop on however we do. But the season finale will begin our annual end of the year awards, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't already done so or checked us out on the original incarnation, the end of the year awards is where we. All right, shut up. I was trying to be nice. Shut up. But our end of the year awards is where we start, like where we continue, where we start on here on this podcast, and then we continue over on the Lights of Box podcast. Like I said, it's been a hell of a year. So many OMG moments, from Vince McMahon retiring to Triple H taking control, to Tony Khan buying Ring of Honor and doing whatever the fuck he does with it now. But also from Roman Reigns continuing his dominant reign as undisputed Universal Champion, to CM Punk's all-out meltdown, to MJF finally becoming the AEW World Heavyweight Champion. So much to vote on. How we're gonna do it is we're gonna create our categories. Me and him gonna pass it by each other, and we're gonna come up with it, and that's how we pretty much do it. Like I said, we usually, as usual, part 1 will start on this podcast, which will be on Thursday, December 15th. That'll be our season finale. That'll be literally the last episode of the podcast of 2022. And then we will conclude over on the Lights of Box podcast, which you guys can follow. If you don't follow the podcast itself on Instagram, you can follow OTS Media, and they will usually plug it. Shout out Derek, love you, brother. But before we get there, like I said, we'll catch you guys right back here next week for another edition of the Gresh Unleashed podcast. And with that being said, I'm your voice that does the most, the voice of Deviltry, Gresh. That right there is the queen of rebels herself, Suela the Bandit. Make sure you guys stick around for the end of the podcast next week so you can chop it up with the Bandit as usual. And that right there is one of my best friends, the voice of the botch of maniacs. There's so many nicknames he got, but he is my brother. He is Hi-Lite Real. You can guys check out. Make sure you download Hardy Boys or listen to it. All his music. Listen to all his music. He kills me. He's the voice behind the podcast. But with that being said, you guys stay safe out here in these streets. Happy holidays, and make sure you guard everything with your life, because fools are stealing stuff out here. But remember,
and breaking TVs apparently,
and breaking TVs for some dumbass reason. I still got one. You want to break TVs? Don't break my shit, because I'm gonna shoot you. Yeah. But remember to always eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. We out, be breezy.